Okay, so as I promised, I'm going to show you a couple of the different exercises that I do for your own gym and how I do them. So some people were talking about let-me-ins. This is the door I use for let-me-ins, and the way I do them is I do them with a towel. It's pretty much a full-size bath towel. I just spin it around to kind of get it turned up, fold it in half, and then loop it around the door and the door handles. This also works with regular knob-style door handles as well. Then what I do is I'll twist the ends so that I can get a better grip on them. And I always hold back away from the door. I don't actually hold on near the doorknob. I find I get a much better, I should say more resistance when doing it this way. So I basically come in to where I'm standing straight up and I'm hugging the door. Notice where my hands are. You can't see both sides, but this side should be enough. To where I'm standing, basically touching the door. Then I tuck my elbows in, squat down, and then pull myself in. And as you can see, you should be able to see, you can see where my hands are and my elbows are in relation to my body. Then I back out, and I basically bring my shoulders forward to where I'm pretty much bottomed out and I can't go back anymore. And then as I'm pulling in and up, I twist underhand, pull in into the door, and then the ones I'm doing have a 2-second hold, and then slowly resist going back, rolling the arms back overhand, and then coming back again and pulling in and holding and pulling in. Now if you look where my feet are in relation to the door, you'll see that my feet extend about halfway past the edge of the door. This provides a lot of resistance, and holding like this, you can kind of see me probably shaking a little bit, or my hands shaking a little bit. It's because it provides a lot of resistance, and I just got done doing my normal workout. Now I'm doing this. So, but that's how I do the let-me-ins. I find it's a lot easier to do it that way. All right. Next, I'll show you what I do with pull-ups. So right now, doing chair-assisted pull-ups. So generally what I do, if you notice in his little video on the application, he's using the door and the chair is behind him. I don't like using the door. I prefer a pull-up bar like this. Just works out a heck of a lot better. So usually what I'll do is I'll slide the chair out of the way. There's multiple grips. There's this way overhand, this way, and then this way. I'll alternate between the 3 styles of grip. So whenever I usually start, these are the harder ones. I'll usually start with these and do those. When I need to use the chair, I stop, pull the chair in, put my feet on the edge of the chair, and then use as little help with my legs as possible whenever I do these. And then sometimes I'll do a slow resistance down if I'm getting tired and I'm starting to go to the end. Then the other style is the, I don't know, palms facing you, underhand grip, and then this way as well. And something that really adds a lot of extra pain is trying to do these behind the head. Now, I'm too weak right now to even begin to do them behind the head. But move the chair out, put it in front of me, feet on it. They're a little bit harder to do, especially when your back hits this and you got to worry about that, but just another variation. All right, now the let-me-ups. So people were talking about the let-me-ups. This is how I do let-me-ups. I use these 2 chairs. I use the same pull-up bar. And the way my chairs are designed, it's very easy to adapt the pull-up bar and the chairs. I say it's very easy, but you got to get the angles right on those. And actually I set up the bar wrong. There we go. There we go. So this is how I can do the let-me-ups. Now one of the important things to remember when you do let-me-ups is your arms basically need to be at arm's length. It's going to be harder if they're up higher, and if they're down too low, you're not going to get as much of a workout. So legs straight, and you just got to try to remember to keep your back stiff. And it's hard to really position the bar over your chest and pull straight up to that. I find myself going at an angle. And then the underhanded grip, knees bent. When you bend your knees, remember to keep your pelvis straight with your legs and your back. And then you can do the over or underhand version. And then I guess last to show is going to be the dips. People were talking about dips and having problems with those. So I use the same chairs for dips. I bring them in. My chairs are a little bit taller, as is my kitchen table. That's why I don't use the kitchen table for the let-me-ups. But these really work out great for doing dips, get a full range of motion. I was always worried about the chairs tilting inward, but I find if I have them in enough, I don't have to worry about tipping. Now, if you have shorter chairs, this next one I'm going to show you is going to be harder, but another way you can modify to do full weight body dips is get two chairs, kind of position them angled in a little bit, kind of like it form a little bit of a wedge, and then find where you can put your hands that are most comfortable to keep your center of gravity from tilting the chairs. Lower, your upper body into position, and as my daughter says, crisscross applesauce, and then do them this way. It's full body, provides you just as much exercise and resistance. You just got to be careful not to let everything hit the floor. Now, the optimal way, wish I could do them, would be straight legged, but let's face it, I'm too exhausted for that. So, hopefully that helps. If anyone has any questions after watching this, feel free to either post in the You Are Your Own Gym group under the thread and or in my blog. Thanks.